Have you ever had a friend slide into your DMs out of the blue with a message that goes something like, "Hey, I've got an amazing business opportunity for you. You'd be perfect for it. Want to hear more?" Maybe it's someone you haven't spoken to in years, or maybe it's your neighbor, your cousin, or the person you sit next to at work. They tell you about a way to escape the 9-to-5 grind, make money from your phone, travel the world, and live life on your own terms. It sounds almost too good to be true, and that's because most of the time it is. Today, we're diving into the dark side of network marketing, the truth behind those flashy social media posts and inspirational success stories. We're peeling back the curtain on MLMs, or multi-level marketing schemes, to see what really goes on behind the scenes. Spoiler, it's not all sunshine and financial freedom. In fact, for most people, it's the exact opposite. Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is an MLM? At first glance, it looks like a business opportunity. You join as a distributor, you sell products, and you recruit others to join under you. In theory, you make money from both your sales and the sales of those you recruit, who are known as your downline. The more people you bring in, the more money you're supposed to make. Easy, right? But here's the catch. Most MLMs aren't set up for you to succeed. They're designed so that money flows up the pyramid to those at the top, while the vast majority of participants end up losing money. And the way they present themselves? That's carefully crafted to keep you hooked, hopeful, and recruiting others, even if you're not making a dime. So how do you spot a fraudulent MLM hiding behind the mask of a legitimate business? First, let's talk about the language. You'll hear things like, "This isn't an MLM, it's a new business model," or "We use network marketing, but it's totally different." They'll tell you it's not about recruiting, it's about sharing products you love with people you care about. They'll say anyone can succeed, as long as you work hard enough and believe in yourself. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll see a pattern. The real money isn't in selling products, it's in recruiting more people. The opportunity is always just one more recruit away. You'll be encouraged to buy expensive starter kits or inventory up front, with the promise that you'll earn it all back and then some. And when you don't see the returns you were promised, the blame is put on you. Maybe you didn't try hard enough. Maybe you didn't believe enough. Maybe you just need to invest a little more. Let's talk about the typical phrases and red flags to watch out for. If you hear, "It's not a pyramid scheme, it's completely legal," your alarm bells should be ringing. Pyramid schemes are illegal precisely because they're unsustainable and built on recruiting, not real sales. MLMs walk a very fine line, and many have been shut down or fined for operating as illegal pyramid schemes in disguise. Another classic line? "Everyone can succeed if they just put in the work." This ignores the simple math of MLMs. The structure requires constant recruitment, but eventually you run out of people to recruit. The vast majority of participants, upwards of 99% in many cases, end up losing money. If success were really just a matter of effort, the odds wouldn't be stacked so heavily against you. So why do so many people lose money within the first few months? For starters, there's often a hefty buy-in. You might be asked to purchase a starter kit, stock up on inventory, or pay monthly fees to stay active. You'll be encouraged to buy products yourself to qualify for bonuses or ranks. Before you know it, you've spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars without making a single sale. And when you don't hit those first targets, there's always another training, another seminar, another upsell. The people above you, the ones who recruited you, have a financial incentive to keep you spending because their own commissions depend on it. It's a cycle that's hard to break, especially when you're being told that success is just around the corner if you keep pushing. Now, let's dig into the manipulation techniques that keep people trapped in the system. MLMs are masters of emotional manipulation. They create a sense of urgency and FOMO, the fear of missing out. You're told that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, that you need to act now or risk being left behind. They'll show you photos of luxurious lifestyles, fancy cars, and exotic vacations, supposedly earned through the business. But those success stories are the exception, not the rule. Most of the people you see flashing their wealth are making money from recruitment, not product sales, and often they're spending as much as they're earning just to keep up appearances. Community pressure is another powerful tool. MLMs often feel like tight-knit families. You're surrounded by positive, supportive people who cheer you on and celebrate every small win, but that sense of belonging comes with strings attached. If you start to question the business, you might be accused of having a negative attitude, not being a team player, or not wanting it badly enough. Doubts and skepticism are discouraged, sometimes even shamed. There's also a toxic mindset that's baked into the culture. If you're not succeeding, it's always your fault. Maybe you didn't work hard enough, didn't attend enough meetings, didn't believe in yourself. You're told to cut out negative people from your life, often including friends and family who express concern about your involvement. This isolates you from outside perspectives and makes you more dependent on the group. And then there's the pressure to recruit friends and family. You're told it's a way to build a business together, to help your loved ones achieve financial freedom. But what really happens is that you put your relationships on the line. People feel uncomfortable, even betrayed, when they realize you're trying to profit off of them. It can strain or even destroy friendships and family bonds. Let's talk about the financial and psychological toll of MLM scams. There are countless stories of people who lost everything: money, relationships, even their self-confidence. It usually starts small: a few $100s for a starter kit, a little more for extra inventory or a training seminar. But the costs add up quickly, especially when you're encouraged to keep investing to level up or qualify for bonuses. Some people go into debt trying to make it work. They max out credit cards, take out loans, or dip into savings, all in the hope that the next big breakthrough is just around the corner. The pressure to succeed can be overwhelming, especially when you see others in the group apparently living the dream. But here's what they don't tell you. Most of those lavish lifestyles are smoke and mirrors. Some top earners are actually losing money too, spending more than they make just to keep up appearances. And the emotional cost is just as high as the financial one. The constant pressure to recruit, sell, and put on a happy face can take a toll on your mental health. Self-doubt, anxiety, and even depression are all too common among people caught in the MLM trap. So why do some people stay, even when they're losing money month after month? Part of it is hope. The dream of financial freedom is powerful, especially if you're struggling or unhappy with your current situation. MLMs are expert at selling that dream and making you feel like it's always just within reach. There's also the sunk cost fallacy, the idea that you've already invested so much, you can't quit now or it will all have been for nothing. And then there's the community. For many people, the social aspect of MLMs is a big draw. It feels good to be part of a group, to have a sense of purpose, and to be surrounded by positive, like-minded people. Leaving means losing that support system and facing the reality that the opportunity you believed in was never real. Let's look at some real stories. Take Sarah, for example. She joined an MLM after seeing her friend post about it on social media. She was promised she could work from home, set her own hours, and make enough money to pay off her student loans. She spent $500 on a starter kit, then another $200 a month on inventory and training materials. She recruited her sister and 2 friends, but none of them made any sales. After 6 months, Sarah had lost over $2,000 and damaged her relationships with her loved ones. Or consider Mike, who was struggling financially when he was approached by a former coworker about a business opportunity. He was told he could make thousands of dollars a month, so he took out a loan to buy inventory. He spent months trying to sell products and recruit others, but never made enough to cover his costs. When he tried to leave, he was told he just needed to work harder and trust the process. Mike ended up in debt and feeling like a failure. These stories aren't rare. They're the norm. According to research, between 73% and 99% of people who join MLMs lose money. The companies make their money by selling hope, not products. They thrive on people's financial struggles, ambitions, and vulnerabilities. So what can you do to protect yourself and others from falling into the MLM trap? First, educate yourself. Learn how to spot the signs of a fraudulent MLM. If the focus is on recruitment rather than product sales, if you're being pressured to buy expensive starter kits, Or if you're told that anyone who fails just didn't try hard enough, walk away. Second, trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Don't be afraid to ask questions, do your own research, and seek out unbiased information. Third, speak out and share your experiences. The more people know about the risks and realities of MLMs, the harder it becomes for these companies to recruit new victims. If you've been approached by someone in an MLM, share this information with them. They may not realize what they're caught up in. Finally, know that it's okay to say no. Your time, money, and relationships are valuable. You don't owe anyone your participation in their business opportunity, no matter how persuasive they are. MLMs are experts at selling a dream, but behind the glossy Instagram posts and inspirational speeches is a harsh reality. For most people, network marketing means financial losses, broken relationships, and damaged self-esteem. It's a system designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. But by staying informed, speaking out, and supporting each other, we can help others avoid falling into the same trap. If you see someone sharing MLM posts or trying to recruit you, approach them with empathy. They may not know the truth themselves. Offer resources, share real stories, and encourage open conversations. Remember, real financial freedom doesn't come from get-rich-quick schemes. It comes from building real skills, making informed decisions, and looking out for one another. By decoding the economics behind MLMs, we can protect ourselves and our communities from falling prey to these scams. Thanks for tuning in to the Economics Decoder. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep decoding the world around you. If you found this information helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we can shine a light on the dark side of network marketing and build a future based on honesty, transparency, and real opportunity.